Millennial Gaze.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your girl May Money, and we got the homie Katie over here to the right, aka the left.
Whatever.
um, it's a solemn Monday. I don't want to come in here all joyful and all like, yay, everything is pie in the sky, or everything is just all
Hey,
jingle.
Jazzy.
Hey, Jazzy, because it's not. And so I'm going to be straight up with you. This is going to be a heavier episode, so please make sure that you're ready for some of the news that we're going to cover today. Comfort yourselves. Make sure you got your blankets. I got my blunt right. I got my blanket right there in case I need it. So just we're going to cover a lot of heavier topics. And I do invite you guys to think a little bit deeper onto what our future as a society is really looking like. I invite you to think about that. But this is kind of a fucked up ass weekend. And it put a lot of like perspective on me. So how are you feeling this weekend or after this weekend, Katie?
This was another one that was just, this was a tough weekend for a lot of reasons. Just like with the shooting at Brown, which we'll talk about later and go more into detail, and then the one in Australia, and then finding out about Rob Reiner and his wife, and just reflecting on a lot of that. And we'll talk about it as we get there, but it was definitely one of the heavier weekends for sure.
Yeah, I would say so. I just want to remind everybody that there are going to be a lot of triggering things that we're going to see and talk about during this episode. So if something makes you feel a type of way, please know that that is not the intention. We are here. Please comment and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please join the conversation because I think we need to really be more upfront about these type of conversations. So anywho. We got our Millennial Minutes. We're going to do a few things. We're going to go ahead and just talk Rob Reiner.
I, for me, did not realize how how two of his movies that he did are like two of my all-time favorite movies ever. When Harry Met Sally and The Princess Bride. Like, yeah. So I want to start off with this video I found probably like 20 minutes before the show started of Whoopi just giving a chef's kiss performance of how we should be feeling right now.
And the man in that White House, because he talks so much about Charlie Kirk and caring. Mm-hmm. And suddenly, this is what he puts out. Have you no shame? No shame at all? This is can you get any lower? I don't think so. And what do you have to say about what's happened around the world? Where is our voice as Americans? Somebody's got to speak up for us. Our hearts are breaking through all of this, through Rob, through what's happened at Bondi Beach, what happened at Brown, and you don't find the time to say, as Americans, we hate what's happening. You ain't my president, man. We'll be right back. I don't understand the man in.
Take it off, Katie. What say you?
Yeah, she
that
just
White House.
Hold on.
Because he talks so much about.
My computer's being dumb.
About Charlie Kirk and caring.
All good. No worries.
Okay, let's see if this works. She just nailed it. I mean, that's pretty much how I've been feeling about everything with this idiot in chief. And like just the way he just everything he said. I had to explain to my mom earlier today because she was like reading his Truth Social post, which I will put up in 1 second. And she didn't realize that like it was his Truth Social post or some crazy shit. And I was like, Mom, this is not like okay. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. Um his post said a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood.
No,
Rob
let me
Reiner,
read it. Let me read it for you.
go for it.
Let me read it for you. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling soul, but once every talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused through his massive, unyielding, and incurable, none of these are his words, by the way, affliction with mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred as TCS. You never know. He was known to have driven people crazy, capital, but with his raging obsession with President Don J. Trump. We don't know who that is. Not like I'm talking to myself in third person. With his obvious paranoia reaching with new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. First of all, bitch, why don't you just like go ahead and go golfing? You could just not say anything, and I'd be totally fine with that.
Second of all, you know why he's so butthurt? Because Rob Reiner had actively spoken out against this administration for years. Like, this wasn't something new. So he was all Mr. Butthurt about him not liking him. Boo hoo. So that was like the idiot in chief's response. Let's look at what a real leaders actually say. Kamala Harris posted this. Rob Reiner's work has impacted generations of Americans. The character, dialogue, and visuals he brought to life in film and television are woven throughout our culture. Rob loved our country, cared deeply about the future of our nation, and fought for America's democracy. Rob and his wife Michelle loved each other very much. They were dear friends, and Doug and I are devastated to learn of their passing. Our thoughts are with their loved ones during this tragic time. There's one. Let's see what Jazzy says. I have a really hard time dealing with anything that deals with inhumanity like Gaza, genocide, etc. But that Trump post really made me had to take a step back because I felt an unhealthy amount of hatred. Yeah. Like, it's bad. Here's one from Joe Biden. It's bad when his own people are like, whoa, dude, you went too far. Like, so President Biden says, Jill and I send our deepest condolences to everyone whose lives were touched by Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner's extraordinary contributions. We take solace in knowing their work will live on for generations to come. And then finally, the last one who just hit the nail on the head was Barack Obama. Michelle and I are heartbroken by the tragic passing of Rob Reiner and his beloved wife, Michelle. Rob's achievements in film and television gave us some of our most cherished stories on screen, but beneath all of the stories he produced was a deep belief in the goodness of people and a lifelong commitment to putting that belief into action. Together, he and his wife lived lives defined by purpose. They'll be remembered for the values they championed and the countless people they inspired. We send our deepest condolences to all who loved them. Like, come on. That's what real leaders look like. Not this whiny, bitchy bullshit that these assholes, like, I'm so sick of him. I'm so done. And I'm so done with everybody just like pussyfooting around him and like people just clutching their pearls because it's like, oh, well, the left didn't act this way about Charlie Kirk. Shut the fuck up.
Katie, this one like is a hard one, and it's not because of Robert Reiner in particular. Like, I really only knew Robert Reiner like in passing, just because he was always around. I grew up is in every single thing that I've ever fucking seen. I can't be like I'm the fan of All in the Family, but I seen him in it. Like, I ain't seen every episode, so please don't get me twisted. But like, I saw like New Girl was when I was like, oh, that's Homeboy from everything that I've ever seen him in, and he was the dad that played Jessica Day's dad, and so that's when I was like, that really solidified him in my brain as someone that was cool. I had no idea about his uh political activism and anything like that. It just seemed like a regular schmegler ass, cool ass actor that had a great career and seemed like a good dude. Never seemed to bother anybody. Actually seemed to touch people's lives in a positive way anytime he was around people. So those are the type of people I fuck with, because you really don't have to engage with them to know that they that type of person. You know what I'm saying? So this just, and I'm trying to not just break the fuck down.
Jazzy brings up a really good point. How does one human being lack that much humanity, empathy, and respect? Like, how the fuck do you make two people's murder about you not even 12 hours post them dying?
That's kind of where I was going, Katie, or and Jazzy. That's literally where I was just gonna go. Like, we are witnessing a huge sickness here. I'm feeling it, like, because I almost can't even feel the pain anymore. It is so regular. It is hard for me to draw tears for shit anymore, with how fast and how just crazy it's moving. It's hard for me to even find the time to cry and feel the way that I really feel. We don't even get time to do that shit no more.
And the thing that's so sad about this whole situation too is, we've come to find out that it was the son who did it. And apparently he struggled with mental health and addiction issues, and
allegedly, we still don't know, but what we will say is that seems to be where this is all leading to.
And then I also heard that like the daughter was the one that found them. Like, I my heart, like, I can't even imagine first the loss of that, and to see physically like what had happened to both of her parents. Like, oh my god.
At the hands of her brother. And if she were there, she might have been a victim of it too.
And there's just so
that's some crazy fucking shit to have to even wrap in your head. And I'm so sick of people just wishy-washy. What was that? What did that bitch do from a few videos that we did? Just dust it off like chalk, like it's all good. And that's what's gonna happen. That is what these people give us this through. I how do I say this? I highly recommend people just kind of keep an eye on the mainstream media, like look and like how they talk about this, because what they're gonna do, I promise you, is dust their hands off like this shit never happened. And we need to stop that. I think we need to bring these mainstream media companies down. We need to take money out of our news. We need to take money out of these people, because they have done nothing but cause damage and real pain to our country. And people are fucking dying. The next news station that I see that doesn't show real coverage of what the fuck is going on in this goddamn nation, they will be held accountable. I promise you that. I will make sure. I will fucking go to law school. Y'all gonna pay me to go to law school so that I can make sure that every single one of you bitches go to jail for your crimes against fucking humanity, dude. This is sick.
Yeah.
If you are reporting on this shit just all willy-nilly like it ain't nothing, letting these racist white fucking fascist people on your shit every day and talk like this while people are actively being murdered in their classrooms and in their homes, then we got a problem with you.
I saw a thing today. I think it was iHip. The iHip ladies did a live for a bit. And they were talking about how fucked up it is that we live in a world where it's like, oh, we'll send my kid to the mall. They'll be safe. No, they won't. We'll send them to the movie theater. They'll be safe. No, they won't. Same thing with school. Same thing with the fucking park. We've desensitized our children and
it's
everybody to know
you
you're
can't
not
even be
safe
in your own fucking home.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So before we move on from
skip, and you know what? So Katie, what we can do, just for organizational sake, we should move everything else in the Millennial Minutes to the exit messages. I think that would actually work a lot better. We could pick and choose from there. But let's just go on into the rest of the shootings because it's just better.
So I want to just show before we move on, just to give us a break, my favorite Rob Reiner, a scene from my favorite Rob Reiner movie, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time. And this quote just hits me so hard.
I'm sorry, Harry. I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right. It doesn't work this way.
Well, how does it work?
I don't know, but not this way.
How about this way? I love that you get cold when it's 71 degrees out. I love that it takes you an hour and a half to order a sandwich. I love that you get a little crinkle above your nose when you're looking at me like I'm nuts. I love that after I spend a day with you, I can still smell your perfume on my clothes. And I love that you are the last person I want to talk to before I go to sleep at night. And it's not because I'm lonely, and it's not because it's New Year's Eve. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Well, shucks.
That is just like you, Harry. You say things like that, and you make it impossible for me to hate you. And I hate you, Harry. I really hate you.
Yeah, clearly. I love Billy Crystal.
Is that the girl?
The guy.
Oh, is that Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal's the dude. Have you never seen when Harry met?
What does this song mean?
I actually haven't, I have. I've seen this scene, but
oh my gosh.
No, really, I haven't really seen that movie. I never had access to it. So
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at my husband saying something in the kitchen.
Oh, he's talking shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So my favorite. I already said my favorite role, and that was his role in The New Girl. It wasn't like there, but it was like there, and I'm like, oh, that's homie. And New Girl, if y'all don't know, is one of my favorite shows. It's just a very good feel good one, and so. Hey, and yeah, I will definitely make sure to watch every single. I've seen a whole bunch of movies with him in it, and I just didn't know that was him. I'm very bad at like correlating names. Is actually
the movies that I talk about more that have like been big on me have been movies that he's directed. So he directed When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
he directed.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He directed The Princess Bride.
Oh, okay. I was like, I did not see that. I've seen the movies and I never seen them. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yep.
That's crazy. Yep. Okay, that makes Katie. Thank you so much. That like literally like put the Lego to the right piece.
I'm a cinephile. I love movies. I love entertainment. So that's the only reason why. Like,
yeah, I'm hanging out with a nice fellow that loves. Really good. We watched the Tenenbaums, Royal Tenenbaums with Ben Stiller and like everybody else. That was a really good movie. I've never seen it before. It's just a nice experience.
before we get into the heavy stuff, I knew my husband was the one when we both sat down and watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and we both quoted the entire movie while watching it. I was like, that's it right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's really
All right, so buckle
all
up,
right. Let's
y'all.
move on. And hey, can we just go ahead and with our audience, we love y'all. We're gonna go and move into some of the heavier parts of the episode. So I want to make sure that you are warm. You got your tea and your crumpets and your snacks, and you got your weed and your drink and your pets and your blankets and everything.
I got my water and I got my fake Doritos because I can't eat real ones.
I got my lukewarm tea at this point, but it's still a little warm. But
I do have to watch that movie, Jazzy. I have yet to watch that one, and I love Robin Williams, so I need to watch it.
oh, Robin Williams too. I was just talking about him yesterday. Anyway, we will get there. I've read What Dreams May Come, but anywho, I just want to give a lot of trigger warning into the next segment of this. This might be a very sensitive topic to talk about to a lot of people. Please show yourself some grace. If you can't be here with us to talk about it, please make sure that you take care of yourself. You can come back later, and that's all good. We're going to talk about what happened at Brown University, and let's just go ahead and run it.
Pitchforks says, I'm cooking fajitas. Y'all can't bring me down.
Hey, man, fajitas, they'll put you on another level for sure.
Now have more information about the suspect in the Brown University school shooting that left 2 students unalived. The suspect was none other than a 24-year-old straight white male named Benjamin Erickson. No, he wasn't black. No, he wasn't an immigrant. He wasn't Muslim, and he wasn't trans. Just another crazy lunatic white guy, the demographic that statistically, no matter how you slice it, makes up for the most gun violence in the United States of America. And you would think if we were the greatest country in the history of the world, we would do something about this, like perhaps make it harder for these crazy people to own access to firearms. Well, Donald Trump today said things like this happen. That was his response. He says things can happen and that he's praying for the victims. Great. The only thing I pray for is that the entire Republican Party never wins an election ever again, because they are completely compromised by the NRA, and they'd rather see school children get slain than see a safer America. So we now have more information about the suspect.
Okay, Katie. So let me just start with something here. Brown University. Ooh, did I just remove myself? Shit. Out. Okay, sorry. That was weird. My bad. We need to really think about this because we have another 2 people that are dead, 8 people, 9 people actually that have been slain. That's what happened. Brown University. Meanwhile, there are a whole bunch of other situations going on in different parts of the country. But something that has really been perturbing me in my soul is that this is normal. This is normal now. People are like, stop normalizing. Normalizing is not a thing anymore. We have normalized. It's cemented in our culture at this point.
Not when it comes to something like this, yeah. And the crazy thing is 2 of the victims that were at the Brown shooting had been victims of school shootings previously.
Yep. I was going to say that.
I think they were both in high school. One of them was in the Parkland in Florida, and then the other one in California.
Absolutely.
And like the fact that, and then yesterday was also I think it was the 23rd anniversary of Sandy Hook. And
damn,
guess
it's been
what?
23 years since that. Damn,
I think so.
That's crazy.
And guess what? No major laws have been changed.
Nothing. Not actually. We backtracked.
Meanwhile, in Australia, after all of that, they've already had legislation meet in Australia to prevent it.
Thank
And
you for
Australia
bringing that up.
and Australia could have been 1,000 times worse if they hadn't had stricter gun laws than they had, because they only had shotguns. And if they would have had automatic rifles, it would have been so much worse.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for bringing that up, because while I was putting this show together, the Australia thing I didn't even get wind of yet. Like putting this show together was really hard for me, you guys. I actually just had a hard time having to filter this news through myself to even get it to you, because I had to keep up with the horrific shit while I'm sitting with someone who already kind of suffers with a little bit of depression and well, a little bit, but like suffers with the ability to internalize the shit that I have to internalize to do what I'm doing, while I'm trying to take care of someone that can't even really take it, you know what I mean, at all. And it's really, we have really fucked ourselves up at this point. And I don't know. I'm at this point where I just feel so weird. Like I feel weird at this point. Like I feel
All of the stupid
numb.
shit that Trump, all the stupid shit that like Trump and Vance, because Jazzy brought up, like Vance said something a little while ago about like another shooting that was like, oh, this happens. This shit it was never funny, but now this shit really isn't funny. This has to stop. More, and this is supposedly the pro-life crowd that don't want these babies to die. What about all these babies that are somebody else's world that are gone or never the same after something like this? So if you want to sit there and
trauma that we are putting people through right now is crazy.
These people want to sit there and try to fucking tell me about all these babies dying when they don't know shit. They don't know science. They don't know anything about health or women's health. And like that, this is just what's happening now is just unfortunate part of life. Fuck you. Fuck all of that. And fuck anyone who says that like this just happened. No, it shouldn't. It absolutely shouldn't. And the fact of like, for me, if I even trying to think about losing my child to something like that, that's preventable, completely fucking preventable. And the other thing about Australia, you know how these fucking Republicans love to say, oh, it's always a good guy with a gun that can stop a bad guy with a gun. That wasn't the case in Australia. That guy who saved all those people put his body on the line, no gun, got shot twice, and is still in critical condition, put his body on the line and saved lives.
I know, Katie. It's been kind of weighing on me a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you, because I'm just thinking about like how dark this has gotten, and like I haven't really thought about it, but like now it's really starting to hit me. Like I really don't see much of like a sorry, I just feel a little emotional right now, but I don't really see like a good future for me, you know? I don't. Like, I don't see like what I was indoctrinated into living. You know what I mean? Or I almost feel like it was indoctrination. Like go to school, do the right thing, and go to college, and fucking have the house and the job that you're supposed to be the best at after you work there for a million years, and everything is right, and you just have the family and whatever. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of bullshit. And I feel like we get that, but I mean, these kids that I care about, we have to have a lockdown fucking this week, like a lockdown training for kindergartners this fucking week.
So, Jazzy and Pitchforks bring up some good things. Well, not good, but points. Jazzy says, can I say I don't like the Islamophobia I've been seeing because I saw people immediately talk shit about the man in Australia until they found out the hero was a Muslim man. Because these people just try to flip this narrative and they want these people to fall into certain categories.
Right.
And with something like that, they don't. He was a Syrian immigrant who moved to Australia and didn't want people to die. It was that plain and simple. And Pitchforks, I get it. There's been 384 mass shootings in America. It's hard for me to talk about Australia.
It's hit 400. It's already at 400.
But here's the thing about Australia. This is the first mass shooting that Australia has had in 30 years because they've had regulations and because they've had laws. And now they're meeting more to figure out where to go next.
I need all these other countries to fucking start putting up walls against us. I would not blame any country for being like, hey, Americans, y'all can't go no the fuck where. Y'all got to stay in the fucking Americas. Fuck y'all. Because you know what? I would. It's okay. I will stay where I'm at. If you don't want no Americans coming into your shit, I 100% understand. Fuck it. You know? Like, this shit is dark. Like, I don't see us living a good life at this point. Unless we figure some shit out and turn some shit around, like, immediately, we are gonna live the darkest lives of, like, humanity.
The United States right now is number 7 on the Human Rights Watch list.
That's, yeah. Should have been there a long time ago. This is no new shit. You can ask every black person in this entire fucking country if this shit is new. And we'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? And so, like, the fact that we acting brand new to this shit is insane to me. Oh, yay. Here we go.
Yep.
This is how he reacts.
Great school. Great, really one of the greatest schools anywhere in the world. Things can happen. So to the 9 injured, get well fast. And to the families of those 2 that are no longer with us, I pay my deepest regards and respects from the United States of America. Thank you very much. It's a very, and Brown University, great school.
I'm surprised he didn't go on a rant about like, oh, I got this percentage of the vote in Rhode Island, blah, blah, blah.
They must have done some like little flashy things to like divert him back to being on course or cut it off before he did. Because first of all, he doesn't stay on track. Secondly, I really wish he would just not say anything at all. I really wish he would just shut the fuck up and just be like, hey, talk about golf. I don't care. But don't even put the names out or lost in your mouth, because you do nothing but just spread toxicity and grossness and evil over everything that you speak about, think about, look at. So fuck you. And I really hope that you get a tangible taste of the flaming hot Satan penis that you will get for eternal life. You fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, Jazzy says they need to push him into a closet and just leave him there. They have to bring him out every once in a while, though, unfortunately. So here is somebody who never sleeps giving us more news, which we already
We have some serious news right now. For the 7th year in a row, the United States has more mass shootings than days in the year. According to statistics from the Gun Violence Archive, we've now experienced 391 mass shootings as of this post. That is more than 1 per day. And the year still has several weeks left. This is now the 7th year in a row that the United States has experienced more mass shootings than having days in the year. Now, when you look at 2025 in comparison to recent years, there are less mass shootings, thankfully. And there's no denying that in 2025, we saw somewhat of a drop-off, actually. But a minor drop-off does not change the fact that we've had 391 mass shootings this year, with the most recent being the mass shooting at Brown University, where 2 students were killed, 9 others injured in Providence, Rhode Island. I will continue to provide you updates as we get more information. Spread the word. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. We have some serious news.
All right. I just want to say shout out to Aaron because he always keeps it on being and on top of the information. It's at 400 right now, but it's over 400 probably at this point. But the last time I checked, it's at 400.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron sleeps. Like, he just keeps reporting everything all the time.
Let's play the next clip too, actually.
So we'll do this one and the next one.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing. I was here, sitting here 7 years ago after the Parkland shooting. We were in Portland that day, and I remember, turning on the news and seeing the news, and with what happened last night, at Brown, it's just a reminder to me that these shootings continue to happen, and there is something we can do about them. The loss that all of the people involved last night, the loss that they're feeling, it's exactly the same loss as all the Parkland families and every other mass shooting. Nobody asked me about it today. I didn't expect anybody to ask me. I doubt we're going to do a moment of silence out there because it's human nature just to not want to deal with this stuff. And it's human nature just to think, this is so horrible. Let's just not even think about it. But we have to think about it, and the vast majority of gun owners in this country are responsible, law-abiding citizens. They have every right, to own a gun. But it's on us to decide if we actually want to take action, as a country, as citizens. Can we know that there are common sense measures we can take that will save people's lives. And I just want people out there, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican or gun owner, non-gun owner. I just want people thinking, what if it were my child? What if it were my brother or sister? Would you be willing to stand up to your representatives and say, you know what, enough. I'm not going to vote for you unless you are going to stand up for gun violence prevention through common sense laws that the vast majority of Americans agree on? Or are we just going to continue to let the gun lobby run us over and not do anything to protect each other, to protect our children, to protect our future? We have to make that decision. And so don't just look the other way, even though that's human nature and I understand it. Think about it. Think about, do you want something done? Do you want your child to go to school terrified every day? Or you want to actually take action? Because that's what a democracy is about, where we demand that our representatives protect us. And that option is there. So we can either, just do what we're continuing to do and let these things happen, or make some demands. And so as you're thinking about this today, think about what if it were your own family member. Thanks.
Whew. That. And the whole time when he said, like, can you imagine if it was your child? The first thing that popped into my head when he said that was, could you imagine if this were Barron Trump or one of Just Dance Vance's children?
Nobody would give a fuck. Probably wouldn't give a fuck. Like, look we will get to that. But I want to introduce to our new people that may see this video. That was Coach Steve Kerr of the Golden State Warriors. He has nine rings like this. He used to play with Michael Jordan and everything, but he has become the coach of our Warriors team. And he's always been a leader. And there's one thing that I didn't know about him until, I don't know, maybe a few years ago, is that his dad was a victim to public, like, political assassination, pretty much. And so, like, his dad died in that way when he was very young, and has always been very serious about gun violence in general, and always stands up because he has been affected by that. And so I mean, but look at the comparison of what we had go on with fucking the president of the United States compared to just a basketball coach. You know what I mean? Like, where is the real leadership at?
Well, it's because they don't. These people who are leaders in charge have no empathy. No empathy. And it's the ones who have been through similar situations or can put themselves in the shoes of these people that are the ones that are speaking out and the ones that care. Now, Jazzy brings up an interesting point. Y'all ever think about how dealing with these types of things are actually being forced on us? The logic here is we can't improve gun laws because my rights, so we have to force children to train to be on edge.
Yeah, they're trying, well, first of all, we can do both because we have to do both at this point. You know what I mean? But also, we can also just go ahead and make things safer. Because say we do all of a sudden have Australia's system magically one day, right? That doesn't mean that the people that disagree with it are just going to disappear. Like, we still have to work to like,
it also doesn't mean that
things and fix things and make sure that people are held accountable for when they don't follow the rule of law that we set after we get this all done. So it's not going to happen over fucking night. So each other, you could just go to jail, and if you get tried for treason and kidnapping on accident or on purpose or both, you're going to be held accountable, and that's just how that works. Or you could just not do any of that and go ahead and, I don't know, help your Meemaw, go grocery shopping, mind the business, and none of that would even happen to you.
Jazzy says, I don't understand how this society functions. It doesn't make sense. Well, we finally found the cracks in it, and that's why it's not functioning now.
This shit is not functioning. This is not functioning, you guys. People die more mass shootings a day per year, more than the days that we have per year, is not a functioning society. So stop saying that this shit is functioning. That's why I've been saying that we need to have a general strike where everybody just stops doing what they fucking doing. I'm pretty sure everybody has enough food in their pantry to fucking survive, at least the regular schmegler people, to survive for a week, and see how that works if you just don't go to work. And then if we need to do mutual aid, then do that. And if you're not willing to do that, then you're on the other side. You getting booted to the other side if you're not willing to sacrifice something. Because look what we're doing. You want to go down this path, or you want to at least do something. This is not functionable. This right here, what this young man is talking about right here, is not a functioning society. Go ahead and play it.
Who is graduating this month, was leading a study group of about 60 students inside a lecture hall when the shooter walked in.
Right after he mumbled whatever he said, that he just started shooting right away. There was no hesitation.
When you made eye contact with him, what did your mind tell you in terms of what was happening in that moment?
Immediately when I saw him, I saw a gun. The gun was so big and long that I genuinely thought, like, okay, this is the end of the road for me. So I texted my entire family. I said, I love you all. I love you all. There's an active shooter. Please pray. And then I texted my parents, oh my goodness, he's in the room. God, I'm so scared.
Oduro says he held on to one student who was shot twice in her leg, comforting her.
I gave her my hand to squeeze it as hard as she could. I said, put all your pain on me because I could take it.
Joseph Oduro, who is graduating this month, was leading a study group of about 6.
So this is what we have to train ourselves for at this point. I really am serious about this. Like, I really highly recommend people know how to do CPR, know how to like tie up a wound, know how to help somebody in that moment if they need it, where you can at least try to help save someone's life. Because that's how far we've gotten into the probability of some fucked up shit happening to you on a regular schmegular ass day in this country. So knowing how to protect yourself and having community, having resources, having contact information is so important right now. And please heed my word. Take heed of my fucking word. I'm saying it right here on the Millennial Gaze on, you guys, like this, we are in dangerous shit. And we really need to start thinking about how we're going to operate through the society that we're living in. We are living in a different reality that we're operating in right now. All this talk, all this just thinking that everything's going to be okay and hoping and wishing. No, like there are gunmen at your doorstep. There are people hopping out of your cars, smacking you off the side of the road, willing to snatch you out of your car and drag you into an unknown world, dude. That's the reality now. And if you can't accept that, I'm sorry, but you're the first one to be the victim of this shit. Get it together. This is the reality of America right now.
So we're about to start talking about some ICE stuff, but something that I've been seeing that's really been scaring me is now that they can't really find as many people for ICE, like to throw in, throw away, they're looking at people who basically just dissent against the president or the administration. So that's what's next.
That was a very good thing. Little piece of advice here. Tampons are very good for gunshot wounds. They are. Just so you know. And a piece of pliers for shrapnels. Terrible, but true. I'm going to use the ladies' room. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll play this while you're going.
All right.
Not today and not in this school.
We're leaving, all right.
Move it. Go on, you hear me? Call me Batwoman, because you won't be harassing my students on my watch. Get off my steps. Not today and not in this school.
We're leaving, all right.
Move it. Go on, you hear me? Call me Batwoman, because you won't be harassing my students on my watch.
Ooh. Holy shit. What a brave lady. Like, she had a bat. She was ready to go. Ooh. Snaps to you. So here is it AI? That sucks. God damn. Yeah, so the guy from Australia I saw raised over $1 million for his recovery because now he's no longer in critical condition. He's in critical but stable. So the next video of this is, if you watch the Kristi Noem hearings, this will look familiar to you.
I'm Figueroa. I am a proud first-generation Mexican American. What happened to me almost exactly 2 months ago on October 10, 2025, was not law enforcement. It was violence, blatant racial profiling, and a shocking abuse of federal authority. On my regular commute into Chicago, I approached what looked like chaos. Moments later, my life changed forever. A silver SUV with double tinted windows suddenly swerved into my lane and struck my car. The driver's face was almost entirely concealed. Hat, dark tinted glasses, and a face mask. Before I could even process what was happening, his passengers, other masked men, jumped out with guns drawn and aimed directly at me. These tough guys violently dragged me out of my car, yanked me by my feet, and ripped the phone out of my hands. Beaten, bleeding, and barefoot, I was thrown into a red van. I begged them to tell me who they were and where they were taking me. No one answered. What happened to me that day is not an arrest. It was an assault and a kidnapping of a U.S. citizen. Despite everything, I am here. I am standing and I am speaking because I refuse ICE to rewrite my story. I refuse to let fear silence me. This was not just an incident. It was a violation of my physical being, my rights, my dignity, and my humanity. And I will not rest until there's accountability, transparency, and change. Thank you.
That is just...
My name is Diane Figueroa. I am a proud...
That is just so sad. So the video before this...
story, Katie?
I do. Just so you know, the video of the woman with the bat was AI.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. But there was a similar thing from a different angle. There was a similar story that I did read about, but yeah, there was, but I think I had got the wrong video. I digress. We need that type of energy because that did happen. That was just the wrong video. But let's just go ahead and cut that out. I want to talk about this woman because she was filmed from multiple angles. That was the one that got hit, and then they pulled her out of the car. 4 dudes got out the fucking car, dragged her. Her shoes came off, and I remember seeing it. I saw it, and I was like, really, what I thought was like, oh my God, we might not ever see her again. We're not gonna hear shit from her. And people recorded that, and I was like, oh my God, like she might get SA'd brutally. You know what I mean? Like, I was so afraid that she wouldn't come back. I'm so glad that she even came back to say something, because when I saw what happened to her, I was like, yo, that I would have been having I need people to be more prepared. Do not let nobody pull you out your fucking car like that, bro. Like, if you end up having to end somebody because somebody pull up on you like that, then so be it. But do not let somebody pull you into the unknown, because these people do not mean anything good for you. And if you really like submit to whatever this fucking shit is, you're gonna find yourself in an even worse place. It's more worth it to fight for your fucking life. I really mean it. I'd rather die in that moment than be dragged into a fucking van, bro. I swear to God.
Yes, no. Jazzy, this is a stuffed dog behind me. So, to take a break from the heavy, I had this was Justin, because we had a dog that we rescued when we lived out in Las Vegas, and we rescued him a couple months after I suffered my miscarriage, and we had him for 5 years. And then when I was like, yeah, Deanna, you met Justin. When I was about 6 weeks pregnant with my daughter, he passed away. He was diabetic and blind, and he went pretty quick. So it was really hard on me. And so my husband for Christmas bought me that. So that's Justin. And he has his little thing I love is he has his little tongue out. Because right before we moved back to Pennsylvania, he had like 13 teeth pulled. And so his tongue, we always called it a bleep. His tongue would like meh, out of his mouth like that. He was a good boy though.
Aww.
But yeah, that's Justin. I miss him.
I bet.
He was a good puppo. He definitely helped me get back on my feet.
Now, Annabelle.
Oh God, cats live a long time.
Yeah, especially my calico. She gonna live to like 25 years old at least.
So here's another this is crazy. I'll just let Aaron tell y'all what this is.
Some major news right now. ICE agents are now going to homes and taking down their home security cameras in complete violation of the United States Constitution. And people need to know that this is happening in the United States of America. So spread the word. This is them walking up to a home. Look at watch what this ICE agent does. ask yourselves, why would an agent need to take down a home security camera? Unless they want to do something that they don't want videotaped. And the truth is that the moment this ICE agent actually took down that camera, that likely was a Fourth Amendment violation. Video was from David Beer from the Cato Institute. The camera was attached to a home. That would constitute a search under the Fourth Amendment. As an agent, you can't conduct a search just because you want to. There needs to be some legal basis to do it. And what we're seeing here are ICE agents just completely skirting the law. Spread the word, follow and promote. We have some agents.
Okay, so Katie, come on now, bro. When is enough where we're just gonna be like, oh, well, maybe? Because one thing that I saw, you guys remember that Necessary Conversation podcast with the 2 kids and the 2 parents that like can't seem to find any common ground because of their beliefs with MAGA, and you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So like, they were always talking about, well, you know, they might have a reason. And I really think that there are a lot of people on our side that think, Annabelle, fur all over in my mouth. They're talking about, well, there must be a reason. There must be a reason that they're doing this. Like, this does.
It's not. These people are just fucking evil.
These people are kidnapping you. They are taking your cameras off of your fucking houses. They don't give a fuck what papers you got. They don't care. So stop falling into their trap, believing that they have your intentions in heart. For real. Fuck that court case. Fuck that court meeting. Don't go unless you can do it on Zoom. And then honestly, no.
Something that scares me is like one of the things that people always say to, like, if ICE comes to your door, don't open the your door. But we've seen what they do to car windows. You don't think they're gonna do that to your house? You think they're gonna just wait?
They already do.
It's gonna get to a point where it's like they're not gonna wait for a hey, come in. No, they're just gonna barge right through.
And so now all of a sudden Americans don't give a fuck about the Second Amendment. And, you know, bearing arms doesn't mean just guns, you guys. I'm sorry. Just letting you know that. Yep. Arms could mean straight up arms. Like the ones in your hands. Do not let one of these bitches kidnap you. Do not, because you do not. There have been multiple reports that once people get kidnapped, they get, and if they make it out alive, they are brutalized multiple times, like raped and assaulted and all sorts of shit. They're never gonna be the same when you come out. So please stop recording people. If you can record, but also like, hey, stand in front of them, you know, kick their phone out their hand or get, do something. Don't let them put somebody in the car, because the things that are going to happen to them, you never know where they're going to go, where they're going to get lost to. They're children. There's still, I think, an Asian child, like a 3-year-old that he's just gone.
I think it's a 6-year-old.
Okay, well, he looked little. I'm not sure. And I don't know. I don't care how old he was. He's gone. Yeah. He has not been heard of ever again. Black women, black children, they go, they don't even care about us. They never cared about us when we go missing. But like y'all doing this now.
I like Pitchfork's comment. Oh, there's a reason. They're fucking fascists.
Yeah, and that's something interesting. Yeah, let's keep going. But one more thing. Check out Don's show, because he was saying something, or somebody was saying something about fascism and about how it is literally like all of your freedoms are like, it's like promotion of not having rights and not having freedoms. I don't know if it was Don or who it was that I was listening to this morning, but it was very interesting. I might try to go back into my video.
Do you want to show the Christy Gnome thing, or just skip that?
Skip that bitch. I don't even want to see her. Fuck that bitch.
Right, this is the last part of the ICE segment.
Let's go ahead and run that.
Them by the parent of an ICE agent. And that got me thinking, if you're the parent of an ICE agent or an ICE agent, you may want to tune in. See, my mother's always been there to help me see what I wasn't seeing, to offer me words of wisdom when I was operating in life without an eye for consequences. Please allow me to offer that to you now. I am actually trying to help, believe it or not. See, you seem to be operating as though this administration will always be in power. Nothing could be further from the truth. And when a new presidential administration does make it into office with an eye for holding these guys accountable, two things are going to happen. They will happen. The only question is when. Number one, the Supreme Court will get stacked, either 13 or 15 justices. And number two, this is where you need to pay close attention. When Trump came into office this time, he completely gutted the Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice. Then through the big, beautiful bill, he allocated tens of millions of new budgetary dollars to ICE and DHS. You obviously know that. But when a new presidential administration comes in to hold these guys accountable, they're going to take those dollars from DHS and ICE. They're going to throw them back at the Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice, and they are going to hire a shit ton of attorneys to process the backlog of civil rights abuse cases that will be easily prosecutable using the audio and visual documentation currently being compiled. Many of you think that those masks will help you avoid accountability, but they will not, because if you think about it, you've been walking around with a cell phone in one of those tactical pockets of yours, and all they need to do is take the date, time, and location stamp from that video documentation and superimpose it with the date, time, and location stamp of your cell phone records. And when the courtroom portion of the shitty reality TV show does begin, ICE agents will begin throwing one another under the bus to offering testimony to avoid accountability for themselves. And Kristi Noem's not going to keep you out of the hot seat. She can't even keep herself out of the hot seat.
Nope.
And if you're a minority ICE agent, I wonder if you put any thought into, when that does all start, who do you think those racist white ICE agents are going to point the finger at? Anyway, for all ICE agents, at the very least, at a bare minimum, at some point in the future, there will be a knock at your door. You are going to spend years of your life fighting in court, both criminally and civilly. That's a fact. Worst case scenario is you will go to prison if you truly are involved in violating someone's constitutional rights. And if you're a minority ICE agent, I wonder who you will look to for protection in prison. The Aryan gangs aren't going to help you, and I doubt the ethnically specific gangs are going to want too much to do with you either. And I wonder, during this period of time, how many of their relatives you will detain and or deport. Remember, guys, I know you got a $50,000 bonus, but all that glitters is not gold. This will happen. It's just a matter of when. I saw this creator responding.
Oh, well.
I want it to be
I don't
like
know
the
what to say.
OJ. I want it to be like the OJ case and like televised, and so we can all sit at home with our popcorn. Be like some OJ Nuremberg type shit. Let's go.
Bruh, that's gonna be some of the most, like, bro. That's why
Especially
I've been
us.
trying to say, like, every day on our channel, hey, these are warnings. These are not us trying to be like mean or hateful. We're just trying to tell you, you know what, get a regular schmegler ass job, because being an ICE agent will land you in prison for the rest of your life for treason. And I would rather you go to jail for treason because you really believed in it, instead of accidentally being thrown in jail for treason because you got a job that offered you $50,000, because that is just stupid. That is just embarrassing. And yeah, you are still either way going to jail for treason and kidnapping and potential murder and all sorts of war crimes and all sorts of shit, because you were too stupid to know not to research some shit. I don't want that.
I was just following orders didn't work in the 1940s, and it ain't gonna work now. Because I had seen somewhere today that like something that's really been, I don't know why it took this long, but something that's really been pissing off the military is how Pete Hegseth and Trump have been treating Mark Kelly. Because Mark Kelly is like, he's one of their own, and he's a fucking officer. And Pete Hegseth talks about like, oh, I led my platoon, and that's like 1,000 people. Mark Kelly was like a sergeant or a colonel or something very high up that was like thousands, tens of thousands of people
Right.
reported to him, and he was a true leader. And you know, they're like, no, we're crossing the line here. So, and I just hope that kind of shit just keeps happening, and I hope that all this shit that's just being recorded is just getting put somewhere safe, so that when we need it, we can just get it.
Pete Hegseth is a fucking douche.
All right. Next.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? So I put this segment here for you guys because I knew we were going to go through a little bit of a heavy moment there. But this starts to get a little bit more fun and a little bit more like, hey, if you want to talk some shit, this is the shit talking moment. Please get creative in the way that you describe these pieces of fucking assholery.
Get a fucking life! Fucking losers! Fucking cowards! Take the mask off, bitch! Take the mask off! Take the mask off! Let's see your face! What are you scared of? I'll catch your crap! Crack your ass, motherfucker! Mask! Tough guys? Tough guys? Take the mask off! Let's see it!
Right, if they're so
cowards. You got nothing to do.
Nigga, take him single-handedly, Annabelle. I know.
Get a fucking.
Okay, so that's what's going on in, I don't know where in America, but
Arkansas.
Oh, that I guess that checks.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
So
and here there's more.
With that white power. Let's go ahead and follow up and see how they're doing now.
Oh damn, we got some receipts and names.
Ew, your hand
Arkansas,
looks
there were neo-Nazis demonstrating. By the way they're dressed, you can see that they're the Blood Tribe group. They are a neo-Nazi group that believes in a white ethno-state in the United States. They are anti-LGBTQIA, anti-anyone of color, anti-Semitic, and also they do not allow women to join their ranks. They were pulled over by police, and the body cam footage became available, and for some reason, none of the notes the police took were blurred out, so here are their faces and names. Enjoy. These two are a little hard to see. That's Jonathan Wallace, and that's actually his face right there. And this one is Bruce Sharp, and that's his face right there. This one I identified myself, actually. His name is Matt Dwyer.
Damn, they were really counting on those masks, huh?
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yeah, over here, they've got everybody's name, their age, and where they're from. So they weren't just from like Arkansas, they're from like all over the country, which is just disgusting.
Yeah, no, they travel and they spend money to go ahead and be like, what power? What power? What power? Oh, what power?
Trash ass, no pussy getting. I love that.
If you look in the doc that I put this under, like the what does it say? Micro penis parade.
Yep. It says micro penis parade and then micro penis parade busted.
So sad.
They always look dirty and funky because
and sad, like they need their mother's teeth or something. Like, bro.
Okay,
it ain't that serious. You feel me?
That's some. Have you ever watched the show The Boys?
A little bit of it. I didn't watch it in linear, but I have caught a few episodes.
That brings up some creepy ass Homelander vibes. Because he's like the hero that looks like Superman and Trump if they had a hate child, and like Homelander, like sucks on his boss's titties all the time because she's like breastfeeding her own kid. Yeah, it's sorry. I didn't realize you were sipping tea.
Ew.
Yeah, like I'm watching it and I'm like, bleh. That show does not hold
Katie,
back.
you gotta be warning a bitch on that.
Listen, that show
You
is
done tainted
brilliant.
my tea. You done tainted my tea.
The show is brilliant, but it's a lot. Like they don't hold back whatsoever.
Yeah, I heard that was a really good one that I would like it. A lot of my friends. Okay, so actually, let's go ahead and check this bitch out because I want to talk about something real quick
Oh,
before
look
we.
at her. I mean, look at her face.
I
She's
don't
just
know who
mad.
this bitch is, but she been popping up on CNN a little bit more often than not, and I'm like, all right. So put that bitch down real quick. Real quick.
I'm so sick of seeing CNN like project these people. I'm just saying.
No, and that's what I wanted to say, Katie. Put that bitch down. I hate seeing her for longer than I have.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Her pointy ass head looking like a fucking candy corn. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, so I'm sick and tired of legacy media. MS Now, I don't know what that's gonna look like, but I'm tired of this shit. Money needs to come out of these bitches because it's getting worse and worse and worse. And this is a prime example. And so this section of our show today is talking about how much weirder this fucking MAGA shit is getting. We need to really be paying attention. I know you don't want to. I know it's gaglicious, but like it's what we have to deal with, and we need to start living in the reality. We need to start fighting the shit that is in front of our faces and stop being like, oh, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna like turn out like that. No, you gotta fight the fight that's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And we're not doing that. And we're over here clinging to a reality that has been long washed down the fucking river. And I really want my people to start, like, it would be so much easier to fight this fight if we were fighting the reality in front of us. And these are the people that the CNN that you knew a long time ago is gone. They've been gone. They are gone. And you can tell by this right here. Go ahead and run it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to bring some friends.
We've seen 81% of Somalians are on welfare. 35% of Somalia's GDP is remittances. And now they've stolen at least $1 billion, maybe $8 billion. And so there's a question, the Somalian community.
No.
So there's a question, do we want to
get
Abby to allow
the
people...
Somalian community did not steal $1.6 billion. The 60 or so people who were convicted or who were charged with those crimes, they are responsible. Why is this collective responsibility thing now suddenly in vogue?
This is an important point to make, and this is something that I think the American people resonate with. Culturally, there are things that we do not want in America.
Oh my
Female
God.
genital mutilation happens in Somalia. We don't want that here. So I think it's okay to say, look, there are cultural things that we don't want to bring into America.
Wait. Look, there are people who we allow in this country who have multiple wives. They, polygamy.
I don't
totally
want to encourage
fine.
that. I don't want more of that.
But they're here. They're Americans just like everybody else.
But
I don't
we want
understand.
more of that? That's the question.
I mean, I couldn't afford that if I'm just being, I'm just being honest.
Talk about inflation.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for
Look, what we
multiple
want
wives.
on our immigration policy, we want to get the best and the brightest, and we do. And immigration is a great, great benefit to the United States. It's our comparative advantage over the rest of the world. But we can be selective in terms of who we take. People want to come in and work. We want people who are going to work and produce, and not people who are going to go out there. That's all.
My only question is,
No,
are you
you know
going
who's
to
the
treat
most,
people as a group, or are you going to treat them as individuals? That's the question I'm asking. Are you comfortable with an immigration policy that says that we're going to just say, because you're from a certain part of the world, because you're from South Africa, but you're Black, you are not allowed in this country because as a group, you are guilty of group sins. You are guilty of group cultural flaws that make you incompatible with this country. I see people making that argument. I'm just curious if that is compatible with America as you know it.
Can I say something about that, Abby?
Do you understand how dangerous this mindset is? Like, could you imagine if we were like, okay, we should not have we can't let any more white people into this country because we have too many constant school shootings of white people, of white people committing school shootings. Like, you know how insane that is. The simple logic is extremely dangerous because, like I just did, you could justify taking anyone's rights away like this. What if other countries do that to us? Oh, you're an American? Well, your country's known for bigotry and cruelty, imperialism. We don't want you here. Couldn't they do the same? No Russians can come in either, right? Because they can be fascists. I mean, we could literally do this for any country and any type of people. Then they wonder why they effing called fascists, Nazis, just simply bigots. How much more clearly could you make it? And again, it's easy to call. I'm sick of this. Like, there's no context being brought to this conversation. Again, it's easy to call these different countries that are struggling shithole countries after you and other nations literally pillage their land and their resources. Surprise, surprise, they all happen to be black and brown countries. I wonder why that happened throughout history. Someone please help me. Like, they want to make it seem like it's just naturally like that, like gravity. It just happened to be. We're just savage people, right? It's so effing disgusting.
All right.
Because
man, I feel
immigrants who
that.
come from Africa.
Can you go ahead and pause that, or bring us up?
There is.
Do you? But one thing I want to give credit to is Couch Politics. I call him Ale or Alejandro. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Sometimes I'm not gonna call you Papi, but I'm gonna call you Ale. That's what I think your name is. But anywho, I really felt that deeply with what he was saying about how people are just dehumanized at this point. We have completely dehumanized pretty much every single person but rich, wealthy white men.
Straight white men.
But they all gay, so I don't even know if they really exist. I don't know. I mean, we have normalized, like, people stop saying, like, I don't want to hear no more of, like, oh, we're normalizing this, we're normalizing that.
I shared a thing today. I think it was on Facebook, where I said, if you use the words illegals in a sentence, our conversation is done.
Yeah. I don't like that shit at all.
Mm-hmm. We have one more timestamp from Couch Politics.
Okay, yeah. Let's keep going.
Work. They effing work. They pay the taxes. Like, this is so sick.
Absolutely select the best of the best. It should be an individual choice. But I think we can also acknowledge there are certain cultures that are not compatible with America.
Which ones? Oh my God.
If we look at Europe, actually, there was a lawyer this week who argued that an Afghan immigrant who raped a woman shouldn't be charged or shouldn't have a penalty because his culture said that women weren't free and equal. We're seeing 77% of rapes in France are from migrants. So there is a real question that people on the right have about certain cultures.
Yeah, like, answer the question.
The cultures that are okay with that, the cultures that are okay with female genital mutilation.
So, I mean, is it Afghanistan? Is it Africans? Is it
look at her face?
How are we gonna define
90+% of women have female genital mutilation.
How are we going to define culture?
You're
what
not
about the
answering
people
the question.
fleeing female genital mutilation? Are you going to allow them in? Are they allowed in?
I mean, if
you are Somali, and you're a woman and you're fleeing, you're actually trying to leave because
the FBI is now arresting
if you
people
want to
for bringing
leave,
that with them.
if you want to leave another country, Afghanistan, because you want to be able to read, the United States says you are not allowed in because culturally you're not compatible with this country. How does that make sense?
Well, I mean, look, my grandparents came from Germany and Poland to escape the Holocaust. And before they got here, the whole USS St. Louis was turned away because Jewish culture was determined at that moment as non-compatible.
This is why vetting matters, though, and this is why
but I'm just saying, like, that was not okay then, and it's not okay now. If people are fleeing, right, and they...
I couldn't keep going on that because I can't stand people like that.
That's what CNN is doing right now.
And they're
Imagine if
giving
someone like Don Lemon was still on that bullshit. I would completely think that he was a horrible piece of shit if I saw him still doing that. I'm sorry, Abby Phillips. I highly recommend that you just jump ship now. Fuck
if I
that.
were Abby Phillips, I would be like, if you can't answer my question, shut the fuck up. Get out.
Get off it. Don't invite them. So what do you think? Because so there's two arguments against this, Katie. So people are like, well, we should bring these people on because nobody really knows they out there. And I get that, like we need to hear how these people really are out here talking. And there are a lot of people that I did not know. So I can see that side of the argument. But then the other side of the argument is like, okay, platforming them, right? Like, is that dangerous, or like how dangerous does that get? Man, I think there's a nuance here, or whatever the fuck words you want to use for it. But like, really, it's like, I think you need to use these enemies and use their weaknesses against them. You know what I mean? So like, platform them by all means. Let them platform, like put they platform what is it? The Turning Point USA Super Bowl shit, the MAGA Coachella that they got going on. Put that shit out on blast and let them embarrass themselves. Let them fucking do their own work for us. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Jazzy, Ben Shapiro goes on CNN because they give him money. That's why.
And the fact that
I thought-
CNN is in cahoots with them, like we already know that. So what is CNN gonna do for us? That's why someone like Don, I would never have trusted him if he didn't do what he did. I'm glad. Actually, I think he's quite blessed and dodged a million bullets, like literally, probably because of like how dangerous dealing with these people is. You're gonna either be tied into some twisted, like fucked up, like you better get on my news and put on your makeup and fucking tell my news the way that I want it. Otherwise, I'm gonna destroy you and your whole family. That's pretty much what it sounds like.
At the time, I'm sure it sucked for Dawn. I'm sure. I've been in not that exact situation, but like I've been in similar situations where it's like I can't really see what my life is like without this. And then something better.
Right.
You figure it out and then it comes along. So,
right.
Jazzy, you brought up Erica Kirk and that shit.
Oh,
so
that's where we were going.
I saw a photo today. I saw a photo today of somebody comparing her to the Bride of Chucky.
Oh my god, this shit is weird. Okay, so what is the name of this segment?
This is the same. It's just the crazy MAGA people, but
oh yeah, can you throw up the banner again? Oh MAGA, wait a second. Yep. Just so I can get a little timestamp there. There we go. Let's go ahead and move forward into the Erica Kirk.
More psychotic. Like I've seen her get more and more. Like when you consider, guys, what she looked like, this photo was literally the Young Leadership Summit. Look at her. This was her 8 months ago with her little stuffed animals, and she's dressed up like a Koopy doll, whatever. She's a trad wife with her hair is like bleached out, and she was like the bubbly pageant girl. Hey guys, it's Erica Kirk, right? And I mean, still a little weird. She still had the like the Jesus-y Bible eyes and shit, but she has like transformed from the Cupid doll, dude. That's 6 months ago, man, and now she is like, slamming. She is like slamming fucking Jack Daniels. Yeah, the stress will age you, but like, dude. I don't know. I don't think they should have made her CEO, guys. I feel like the making her CEO was like, it's not a smart move, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not a smart move. She's got kids. We don't even know who's tending to these kids. She's doing fundraisers. She's doing multiple fucking Fox News performances every day. She's all over the TV. Everybody hates her. Everybody except a small group of MAGA people, they hate her. They're going to resent the shit out of her in about 3 months because she is like slamming herself down everybody's throat. She's trying to put her new grooming organization, Club America, in every school. She's like the ultimate like Moms for Liberty Stepford wife robot drone. That's, you know, every time you open your door, it's like, God damn, dude, Erica Kirk is standing on my front porch, man. Like, you know, people are going to be calling the cops. Like, dude, can you get Erica Kirk off my front porch, please? Dude, it is like Erica fatigue. Yes, to the max, dude.
Can you pause that right there?
Yeah, like, God, she's
Bruh,
so
like, bitch. So please, can I jump in here? Because I said this before I even saw this clip. I was like, bitch, I did not know who she was until all this happened, first of all. Secondly, I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Like, at all. And every single fucking thing that I see, this bitch is in the news, on the stage. I'm like, bruh, didn't your like dude just get like mapped, like literally in public? Like I think I seen it.
Does she not know what her husband preached?
I think she do. I think she was
her husband preached the women should stay home with the kids and cook. How come you never see her with her kids anymore?
This bitch is creepy.
Some people have compared her to Serena Joy from The Handmaid's Tale, which is a very accurate
I ain't never seen it. I'm actually really afraid to watch it.
Don't.
Like, weird. It feels weird. Like, shouldn't you be doing this in private? You know? And can I just say, the way she said there, you know, I get it when she's like, tell it to my 3-year-old. But also, her 3-year-old is eventually going to see a clip of her father saying, you know, if she was 10 and got pregnant by a rapist, that he would force her to deliver the baby. Like, there's already some shit waiting for her daughter. Her daughter is going to see the things that her father said about women and about girls and about forced birth and all of that. Like, it's going to be unavoidable. I mean, there's already going to be a reckoning here for that young girl. That probably is.
Can you go ahead and pause that real quick? What do you think about that, Katie? What he said there?
Oh, absolutely. And how as a parent, how do you spin that? Like, how do you tell your kid just like, yeah,
you can't. That's the thing. You can't.
Because of the age that we live in. Everything's documented. So, like, when she's growing up, her peers are going to know who her dad was.
Mm-hmm.
And who her mom was. And, like, that just causes generations of fucked up shit, man. Like,
and the thing is, it's like that, it's generational trauma 101. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to her, but she is obviously fucked up. Obviously, clearly fucked up. If y'all want to, we will make sure to put the links to everything that we watched down below so that you can watch in full entirety, because there are a lot of very interesting things that were said beyond what we showed you in the clips that we showed you. And that's why I like showing the clips of the other people, because like people like Tommy from Political Punk actually has a personal experience on the mentality of being someone traumatized in a certain way and things like that. And so I like hearing stories from people that experience, you know, a little bit of what the story that they're talking about, you know, and that's how I like to do it as well. Like, I don't like to tell somebody else's story. I like to tell the story from a way that I would perceive it, you know?
That
But
shit was so creepy. Jazzy.
yes.
Didn't she do
Please
it
don't
like
bring
in
that
his
shit up
office?
because I'm gonna have to burn a whole incense and I'm running low. No, but what I wanted to just finish off before I let it off, I really do think that like this bitch is crazy. Like, and she is having like a whole ass like twisted mental breakdown and she doesn't know it. Her children, I don't know where the fuck they are. I hope they're safe because who knows at this point. I haven't even seen her children. I didn't even know she had children. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there, but I hope they're fucking safe because this shit has been like watching a major train wreck, watching someone literally, but she was already evil as fuck, but like she's also like going through a mental breakdown because let's just keep going.
All right, let's watch somebody else have a wham breakdown. Fuck this guy.
She made waves claiming that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by the very organization that he founded, Turning Point USA. In fact, one of Charlie Kirk's former co-hosts responded to all of her claims, and Tim Pool did as well. And ironically, Tim Pool called her a grifter, and she predictably responded to him saying that, and it's just escalated to the point where he had this crash out on his podcast over Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is a fucking evil scumbag. She is a degenerate cunt. She is burning everything down, and she's gloating.
Sorry
and
about the
herself.
language
And
warning.
You fucking told me she has no security. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these fucking conservatives out there that send me these fucking messages have no fucking balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these fucking messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't fucking DM me like I did something for you as you fucking cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which he's doing to me right fucking now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm fucking done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh, yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two fucking shits. No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy, and she doesn't give a shit about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my fucking property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got fucking strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the fuck am I even supposed to sell this property? And she claims she liked Charlie, she loved Charlie, and she is burning everything down that he built because she is evil. She is evil. And I'll say it again, this conservative movement is fractured, it's fried, whatever it is. Okay? Republicans are on track to lose the midterms. They were actually trending the other direction until Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
And this is the point, isn't it? The most effective political assassination in history. And thanks to the likes of the...
Hold on.
I don't even know what
got
you're saying anymore.
Hold on. And this is what happens when he takes the hat off. Ah, shoot.
I got you. That's what I think he looks like after he does that whole rant. His shit be sizzling. Just sizzling off the top of the beanie, bro. Like, how many beanies do you have to use every day after you do that?
What a stupid, vile human being.
Bruh, I didn't know shit about him until he pulled up on some, and that's why this is what I've been saying. I should have pulled up like my video a long time ago, like last week when I was talking about this, because all these bitches was sitting out here arguing amongst each other. I'm like, bruh, why do we have to be here? I don't give a fuck. Can y'all go to the corner of 35th and MacArthur? That's where we all used to fight and beat each other ass. If we had a fight after school, we would just like be like, hey, meet me at 345. We gonna put hands on each other. Somebody gonna win. Somebody gonna lose. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And then we gonna just bow. Oh shit! I lost, and we going about our day. These bitches, why we gotta be here? You know what I mean? Why we gotta be here? I don't give a fuck. I don't know you, Erica, and you look weird. You're actually
I don't want to know you.
creeping me the fuck out. Candace, you whack. Tim, looking like the dude from Home Alone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anything to do with y'all.
Hold on, I want to see if I can find this photo. Oh, here it is. Oh.
What's up, Pitchy? What's up, Pitchforks Dragon? What's up, Jazzy? She said, what did Jazzy say? She said, oh, without a beanie on, he looks like a big toe. Damn. Yeah. Or a piece of the Bride of Chucky. No, for real, bro. There's a whole video I seen her where they were like, oh, she look at her evil eye. She looking real creepy.
There is no light in those eyes. It is just darkness.
She on some major creepy shit. Like, I think,
darkness.
hey, if you see an Erica Kirk doll on your porch, bro, burn that shit to a crispy. Okay.
Get some holy water, some garlic, and put it down.
All that shit.
So let's see what Hawk has to say about Tim Pool.
Oh yeah, I love Hawk.
So what happened?
This one goes
last
on
weekend,
a little longer, so just
earlier
hang
this
back
week,
because he talks slow.
podcaster Tim Pool, who is completely bald but wears a beanie 24/7 to the point where it makes him look like one of the South Park kids with a beard and a mustache. Last weekend, somebody in a car pulled up to his home in, I think it's in Harper's Ferry, Virginia. Somebody in a car pulled up to his home and stuck a gun out the window and opened fire and shot up his house, thinking that he was inside his home. Somebody pulled up in a car, stuck a gun out the window and opened fire and shot up his house. And for the first 2 or 3 days after that happened, several things happened. He put out a tweet saying, this is what happened at my home. Somebody pulled up in a car. I'm paraphrasing. Somebody pulled up to my home in a car, stuck a gun out the window, opened fire, shot up my house. And then he added at the bottom, this is the price we pay for speaking out against evil. Very strongly implying that it was someone on the left that pulled up into his home, stuck a gun out the window and opened fire on his home thinking he was inside his house. This is the price we pay for speaking out against evil. And then over the next couple, and so he refused to report the incident to the local police. He has extensive security on his property, cameras, video, recording. He refused to give his security camera footage of the car and the shooter and the shooting to the police. And I was like, that seems kind of weird. Why would somebody who experienced a drive-by shooting at their home, who has video proof, video evidence of the car and the shooter and the shooting, refuse to give that footage to the police? That was curious to me. And then he went on his podcast for 2 days and absolutely fucking railed against Candace Owens.
Can you pause this right here?
Because he said that Candace Owens...
and then go to the next timestamp. But yes, he did go and like project all his micro penis energy onto Candace Owens, who is a coon, so we don't care about her. She is not invited to the cookout, but he did go off on her in a very vulgar way. I don't think we need to play it. You probably already seen it. So let's go ahead and run to we can skip all of that, but but there was a part, there was a time segment where he explains what happened to that. Like there's more details that came out later.
Maybe it's here.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Get to today on Friday.
There we go.
Where Tim Pool acknowledged that brothers fight, brothers disagree, brothers have arguments with one another, and sometimes brothers fight with one another. I've had fights with my brother. There was one time when we were younger, it must have been around 1981, so I would have been around 13 years old. My brother and I got in a fight over a bag of Doritos. I kicked him in the balls as hard as I could, and he responded to that by punching me in the head and knocking me out. And I fell down to the floor. I started frothing at the mouth. An ambulance was called. I woke up in the hospital, and I got to eat Jell-O. And while I watched the very first space shuttle take off, the very first one, that's how brothers fight. Brothers don't fight by pulling into each other's driveways and sticking a handgun out the window and opening fire with a gun.
Did you pause it?
I'm frozen.
Oh shit! Yeah, but I can still hear you. Can you hear me?
On their brother's fucking house, thinking that their brother's inside the house. That is not how brothers fight with one another. Brothers fight with one another by kicking each other in the balls over.
I think we get the point. It's being done.
We get the point. So basically what had happened was, because I did, I was, you know how I be on the internet street sometimes and puzzling and doing artwork and shit. So what had happened was Tim Pool started talking and raged out about how fucking somebody started shooting at his house, right? And the left is a part of it, and I get he's just mad at Candace and everybody, right? And he didn't put in no security, he didn't put in no like police report, no evidence, nothing after he has the evidence. So he didn't even submit it after the fact. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he didn't know that his brother was going to do that or if he did. I don't know. But apparently it was his brother that pulled up and got to blicking on him, right? Up the pole on his ass and up the pole at the house. But that apparently it was his brother. And so what? Like, bruh. So he done burnt his whole beanie top off on some bullshit when he ain't even about it. And so he get up there when he is not about it. When somebody really actually pull up on your ass, now what you gonna do? Nothing. You gonna sit there looking stupid. Fuck that, man. These people are weird. They're getting weirder. They're getting weirder. They're getting more violent, and they're more violent against themselves. And then we're having like casualties of war. That's really what we should call it at this point. Like there are people being targeted, and we don't even know why. There's no sensical reason as to why Rob Reiner and them. But there is, but it's not. You know, like. What can we do to stop this? Who do we need to reach to stop this shit? Where do we cut the water off?
That's the scary thing. We don't know. And we're trying to figure it out. And
it's like being fueled.
I feel like our leaders are just letting us down.
Letting us down? Letting us down? Letting us down? Katie.
Sorry.
I mean, that is an understatement of all the world.
Okay.
It's like
our leaders are doing fuck all. How's that?
Yeah.
You know, before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
That's much better. I like that one better. Thank you.
Sorry. I'm getting tired.
All right, we got one more segment. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We love y'all. We're going to power through it.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Erica Kirk just released the lineup for Turning Point USA's America Fest. This shit must be like Coachella for conservatives. Look, you've got all of America's favorite fascists turning out to Phoenix, Arizona for this totally necessary event. Look, JD Vance will be there, Erica Kirk, Tucker Carlson. Hey, is that Steve Bannon? I thought he was busy partying with that guy, Jeffrey Epstein. Trump Jr. is going to be there. Lord knows we need to hear what he has to say about politics. There's our favorite CIA plant, Tulsi Gabbard. Megyn Kelly's still around. Jesse Waters is going to be there. Look at this. Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be there. Remember he was leading Doge with Elon Musk? Yeah, that turned out to be a great success. Now he's running for governor of Ohio, and he doesn't care that everybody in this organization hates him because he's brown. I mean, the guy to the right of him, Matt Walsh, literally says we need to stop letting brown people into this country. But man, this lineup's got everything. Benny Johnson, Tom Hooman, Chicago Cubs third baseman Matt Shaw,
Ew.
Russell Brand. But all jokes aside, folks, this is a far-right fascist propaganda rally, and everybody going really hates our
little
country.
eyeballs.
So Erica Kirk just released the lineup.
Also, Ben Carson was on there. Someone take away his medical license.
This is where we've gotten to, like, what do you think about that, Katie?
I'm just tired of all of it.
Me too.
I don't know why we are encouraging this shit and letting this shit happen and just letting these things, like, we have to stop we never should have enabled them in the first place, but anybody grow a fucking pair and say no to this shit. Come on, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
If not for you, do it for your kids. Like, do it for your daughters. Do it for your nieces. Do it for your
So there's one thing that I wanted to show. We will do that one later. But hold on, it was in the beginning. The punk rock kids are all right. Do you have that link in the doc, Katie?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah, totally. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna go ahead and go with our exit messages, and try to give y'all some good shit. I am a emo punk rock 90s baby, early 90s baby, and I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I am never giving a fuck what y'all think. I'm gonna live my life because I knew that I was being set up for some bullshit. So I think I'll be all right. But you know what? I got some hope from these kids too. Grunge is my favorite. Alice in Chains is my favorite.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Oh man,
the government who's running this country right now. What's going on with the country? How you feel it's being ran? Trump's a fucking dickhead, and it's ruled by a fucking Zionists who want nothing to do but fucking propagate and keep supporting genocide through our taxes. And it's just a bunch of fucking bullshit. There should be no war, and people should be allowed to live where they live in peace, regardless of any restrictions by anybody. This world's for us, not them. They don't get to choose where we live. Thank you. How about you, good brother, man? If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
I'd change I'd change technology, man. I think technology is the real killer in today's world. It's used for military weapons. It's used to like exploit people, you know. and shit. I just don't fuck with it, you know. And you know, like mad companies now are getting rich off of AI and shit. We should be protesting against that shit. Fuck that. It's such a bad thing. It's gonna only bring forth like more human suffering, driving people farther apart from each other. It's like making people fight over fucking just pixels, bro. An intangible world all in a fucking little box.
People forgot about what it is to just communicate with each other.
Yeah, and just be real, you know. I don't know.
Wow, yo, I appreciate you, man. Like, they love you out here, man. You went viral. And if you want to say something to them, now's the time, man.
Oh, man, fuck social media. I mean, I know it's a great connector and everything, but it's a real killer, bro. It drives people apart, and it just alters your perception of reality.
Thank you so much, man. God bless you, man. Have a good one, yeah?
Yo, you too.
Yo, what's up, man? If you could change one thing about the world, what would you?
You know, people think that the punk movement is all this like heavy shit of like, whoa, so angry all the time. But it's like, it's literally just let people live their fucking lives. It's none of your goddamn business, and let me rock out to the music I like.
It's actually even more. It's about those people that get, I don't know if you've ever seen, American Idiot on Broadway. If anybody's ever seen Green Day's American Idiot on Broadway, it is phenomenal. And it has this whole story of Saint Jesus and just the people. Saint Jimmy. Yeah, Saint Jimmy. Jesus of Suburbia. And all these characters that are just so downtrodden, but seem to be the only one that are able to hold up the hope of like humanity, you know. And sometimes the most dirtiest, most grungy people are the ones that are holding fast to our humanity, and that's how I've always felt. You know, I can't look grungy as a Black woman. I have to have some sort of presentation, and use my things as I can. But yeah, I always have felt very grungy, very like punk rock kid, rock and roll. I don't give a fuck about like like what was told, what I was told to like do and be. I've long gotten rid of that.
Whenever I go somewhere for like my music stuff, especially, I'll bring my backpack and I've got all this on it. So they know what I'm about. My favorite is the uterus with giving you the finger.
Nice. Uterus is like fingers, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So that just makes me not have to tell people what I'm about.
You know, but I think that we've lost a part of our humanity, and I'm not willing as a millennial, and the reason why I started this page and started this movement as a millennial voice is I'm not willing to go back to the trying to work myself into a world that I got duped by, that I got played by. I'm not doing it. I'm going to figure it out in a different way. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my ass to New Orleans on New Year's Eve, day of, fly out there from Oakland, get out there by 4:00, change my clothes, look good as fuck, put on my makeup, look sexy, go ahead, party. Yeah. Oh, go dumb. Oh. All right, time to go like Cinderella, bitch. I'm going to switch my clothes back on, put on my backpack, and take my ass back to the airport, and I will be back by fucking New Year's Day in Oakland, California. That's what I'm fucking doing.
I'll be lucky if I make it to midnight.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's the only way I could do it.
I'm jealous. Like I would love to do that.
This is the first time I'm really gonna live my adult life like without anybody with me. I'm not staying long. I'm just gonna do a Cinderella moment. I'm gonna go party, look beautiful, be the belle of the ball, and then I'm leaving. And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, who was that?" And they won't even know. Then I'm on the plane. And I'm going back to Oakland. I'm smoking a blunt, taking my ass back to the house. Cause
traveling on your own is not bad. You just have to be kind of like aware of your surroundings.
Of course, but
I've done it a couple of times.
It's only gonna be a day.
Yeah,
I can handle that shit.
I traveled by myself when I lived in Vegas. I came back to the East Coast for like a week and I flew by myself. And then I went to Deanna's wedding, if she's still in here. I went to her wedding in like the border of South Carolina and Georgia. And it was within like days. I had a broken foot and I was in her wedding and I like had to I took the boot off because they got married like in the sand.
But you was looking cute.
Oh, we all look cute. That was a fun time. There's a picture of me, like, it was like rainy, like every day except the actual wedding day. And I gotta find it. There's a picture of me standing on the sand, and I've got like a towel wrapped around me. I've got my boot on my foot and a bucket like on my head. And the caption is like, I thought the beach was supposed to be fun or something. I was just like, no, this isn't. Oh, I gotta see if I could find that because that was funny. But
okay, what do we have? Some exit messages? Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Your haircut looked hella cute, by the way. Hey, everybody, y'all like Katie's little flip that she got? Because that flip is looking. Ooh, girl. Ooh, look at that.
Listen, I haven't had my hair cut. I haven't had my hair cut in like 6 months.
Popping.
I haven't got my hair cut in like 6 months, and the lady that cut it today was like, "It didn't look so bad when you came in." And then I looked at it, and I was like, "Ooh, girl, you got a rat's nest up in here." I was like, "Thanks." I have a toddler.
No, but it's looking fresh as fuck now. All right, let's go ahead and do our exit message. Thanks so much for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you bring friends next time. You already know that me and Katie only bring friendship and family and somewhere you can hang out and process all these things. So these are exit messages, and go ahead and run it.
All right, let's see.
And welcome back. A lot of you all have said, Rashonda, you're not a chiropractor, but you stay setting us straight. And to that I say, thank you. Today, we're here to discuss something that has a lot of you all sad and confused, but I'm here to help. It's really very simple. Let's check the board. This is the United States of America, okay? United States of America has had 391 plus shootings this year. There's only 365 days in a year. All right, I want you to count that. Thoughts and prayers is what we get. Over the weekend on Bondi Beach in Australia, there was a mass shooting. They had gun reform back in 1996. Okay, this is the first mass shooting in about 20 plus years. You understand that, right? So reform does work, correct? But what I want to get to the meat of is the people that we have put in place to represent us, to protect us, have failed us. Time and time again, and they say that there's nothing they can do about it. It's an unfortunate event. They don't care. They have counted up the cost of our lives versus their agenda, and their agenda wins every time. When you get to the meat of this, it is corruption. It is money. It is hatred, bigotry, and crazy religious people pushing their agenda and beliefs on other people by any means necessary in this country. I don't understand it. The hero over here got shot. He was a Muslim man protecting Jewish people, because when it comes down to it, your religion, what you believe in, the race that you are, the identity that you call yourself or have for yourself doesn't matter. It's about people and love. And we don't get that over here in the quote unquote richest country. And we are tired. We are tired of the thoughts and prayers. We want change. And it's never going to happen if we don't put people in place that love people more than money. I need you all to get that. Thanks.
Oh, girl.
Hello, and welcome back.
Except I feel like we're never, I don't know how we're going to get to a place where it's like we love people more than money, because people are so selfish. You're muted.
I got some thoughts and prayers here in my storage. They've been collecting for the past few years. They haven't really done shit, at all. But if anybody wants some, they're in here. I mean, I got a few beads that might help. But other than that, your thoughts and prayers have done nothing but maybe make things worse at this point. I don't want you.
There are people out there who do mean well when it comes to this. But for the most part, I'm so just tired of that thoughts and prayers BS.
We should call them beeps and booblops.
Because that's basically what he says. Like BB.
I'd rather call it that. Anyway, I'm ready to get the fuck up on out of here. Do you got
one more? But there's one more if you want.
Is that Badass Principal?
I think so.
Yeah, this is a good one. Just to send us off in something real cool.
Hey, Josiah. I bet you didn't think your little stunt will make it to this side of the internet, did you? You know what? It amazes me how many students don't realize their principals also have social media. Because guess what showed up on my feed? You somersaulting the shared supply bin in slow motion. I'm actually going to try something new and give you a break. You're not going to get a pass to my office. Because your dad has already agreed to spend the entire day with you tomorrow. He informed me that, and I quote, I have set aside matching outfits for our Father's Sunday. He mentioned something about some overalls. But I will say, cameraman, Damien, yes, I do know your voice, and Herman, because you're sitting there without your Chromebook doing no work, again, you both will receive a pass to my office tomorrow. Oh, and one more thing. Mr. Cook, weren't you told time and time again to stop leaving your classroom unattended while you make copies? Little Mia did inform us that you came by her classroom asking her teacher to keep an eye on your students. You were gone for 30 minutes. That is completely unacceptable. You too will receive a pass to my office tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, that's funny. Like,
that's one of those teachers you would be like, oh shit.
Oh, okay. So I found it, that picture I was telling you about, just to get some silly. Here I am at the beach. Go to the
hell
beach,
you doing in the frozen beach?
It would be funny, they said. Like, it was so cold and rainy that day.
I mean, you ain't even got no leggings on. Now, Katie.
Listen, hey, I couldn't put pants on. I couldn't put pants on because of my boot.
Nah, bruh. Nah, you need to put on some pantaloons, some britches.
What? I swear, it was only sunny like the day of her wedding, which was good.
Nah, bruh, you need to have them long johns on, some leggings.
The last time I wore long johns, I think I was like 12, and it snowed.
Yeah, when it snows, you're supposed to put on the long johns, so your toes don't break off into the sand and shit. You feel me?
Have you ever had those? What are they, like the hand and feet warmers?
No, I never had to have that shit because I'm from the warm part of the town. I don't know what that shit is.
These foot warmers that they would have, like, so what you is you rub them together and then your hands get warm and your feet. But the feet ones would like feel like your feet were on fire.
Yeah, until your shit is on fire because they done froze off because you ain't got no shoes on, Katie. I seen it. I cannot trust you. You didn't have on no damn leggings, Katie. I'm gonna need you to put on safety gear so that your toesies
Listen.
do not freeze off and break. They gonna break off in the damn winter. That's what I think is gonna happen. I don't know, but that's what I think is gonna happen.
I wear shorts until it's about 50 degrees. Then I'll put pants on.
Don't say I didn't. Don't. Hey, everybody that seen this video today, if her toe fall off because it froze off and just cracked off into the snow, don't tell me that I didn't warn her. Homie
Listen,
Made Money was like, "Hey, bro, I seen it happen."
On my left foot, I only walk on 4 of my toes. I have all 5, but I only walk on 4 of my toes because my pinky toe is like crossed over to my
Wear some freaking long johns and some heavy socks.
I was
and
born
some
like
gloves.
that. I was born like that. Like you know those like shoe socks that have like the toe separators or whatever.
Yeah.
I can never wear those because of my feet.
Well, then don't go out in the snow. You're gonna lose a toe. You're gonna lose a toe, lady.
Yeah, well.
Smells like quesadillas in my house now.
Oh, quesadillas.
Okay. Hey, Graham, sir. I'm gonna need you to make sure she's wearing her proper winter gear so that she doesn't lose any appendages.
He's not the person to say that. He wears shorts all year round.
The psychic said it. The appendages will go missing. Make sure you're wearing your scarves, hats.
Oh, I always wear a scarf because like when it gets real cold, my asthma. My asthma gets fucked up with the wind and stuff. Like, and when we go up to his parents' house, it's like the one year it was like -10.
Man, you better keep that core warm, keep them, but it really starts with the head, shoulders, hands, toes. Yep. Yo, shit. Once that go, everything gone, bruh. For real.
Oh, well.
I love y'all. I don't even know. I don't even want to go there, but I absolutely love y'all. It was a really good show. Do we have anything else or did we get there? We got there?
We got there.
We got
We've
there.
been on for over 2 hours. So.
You know what? Hey, I've noticed that a lot of these shows have been going on longer, so fuck it. Why do we care? But what I do want to say is that this was a good show because we got through a lot of deep, dark shit, like in one of the best ways that I think that anybody could. I think we, me and you, Katie, like welcome people to talk about these things in a very open and easy way to process it and not feel abnormal.
I think what helps is just like we're real people. We're not like people like obviously what like Aaron Parnas does is amazing. But like we're not like that. That's not our whole lives. Like we're just trying to show people like we see what you're going through.
Yeah, and we experience it personally as well. And there's a lot of these things that I really need people to understand is that just because you aren't physically at that moment experiencing what you're seeing right now, you will in some way get like a rebound or get like a shock or like a wave shock of the damage. I don't know what you aftershock, you know what I mean, of the damage that has been done. So like coming up for this next year, the ACA is done. That shit gone. That shit is gone. I'm actually very happy that I never had it because now I don't have anything to worry about. Y'all coming down here with the rest of us. That's what's happening right now. There have been people that have been down here the entire fucking time that have been able to survive without all of this bullshit. Welcome to the down below.
Yeah, there's no extension. They're just gonna let it die.
That shit's going. That shit is donezo. Extension. I'm letting you know. Y'all got too comfortable, but there are people that you have as allies that have been living this life the entire time. So I highly recommend you start getting to know people that know how to survive this shit, because you're going to get real surprised if you really think that these people are here for you, because they're robbing you every step of the fucking way.
Oh.
Just to let you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm tired of shit, Grandpa. With us too fucking mad.
I posted that on a Reddit thread the other day. It was I think it was in reaction to him talking about Rob Reiner. Like, I posted that gift and got like awards and shit. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
With us too fucking mad. All right then. We out of here.
Yeah.
All right, then. Y'all keep it gangsta out there. We love you. Thanks so much for being here. I know this was a harder episode, but I feel like me and Katie carried it pretty good. And we are always a safe place to land if you ever want to just come and hang out with some real people. So be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all those good things.
You can watch me flip my hair.
Oh, what is it? No. The emo cat. I sent you the emo cat with the slip. This is my life.
Other than Grumpy Cat. Anyway.
All right.
See you guys.
Keep it gangster.
All I said was there's evil afoot. Evil!